Hey, good morning, Black Oak family. Ryan Ledden, president of Black Oak Asset Management, coming to you in addition of Breakfast with Black Oak. Welcome, existing clients, my regulars, if you will, who tune in on every Friday morning. I think these get sent at 7 o'clock Friday morning, maybe 7:30, somewhere in that ballpark. But we record these on a Thursday, and again, you may work with another advisor like Parnick, or Autumn, or Damon, or Mr. Nick. So again, we're all on the same team here, and most of you converse and know Andrea, who works in our office as well. So wanted to share a story with you that I read this morning. And yes, I got my readers on. These aren't prescription, but man, I'm in my mid 40s now, and try to read something right in front of my face, especially in the morning. It is almost impossible to read. So welcome to being middle aged, I guess, for myself. But I can see things far away up front. And so, like, the computer screen and the camera is just far enough away right now where it's like giving me a headache. But as soon as I start looking and reading something, I need these glasses again. So, anyways, the headlines are stores listening to consumers. So, I read an article and it started talking about maybe for the first time, big retail shops, especially grocery stores, are starting to cut back prices. So hopefully, retail is now listening to consumers. Where the stories are endless. I mean, every time we go to the store, if I stop off at Publix on my way home, I spend $80 and I got like four things. I'm like, what in the world did I just buy? And you guys have all had the same stories. And then you get the big grocery store outing and for the entire week, and it's 300 plus, depending on the size of your family. Some of you may be more than that, but so consumers are being way more cognizant of this stuff. I mean, prices have continued to go up. It's about 25% higher than it was in 2021, which it probably feels like it's even more of a percentage than that. But that's what this article mentioned. So consumer prices are up about 19% since 2021, but groceries in particular are up 25%. And for a long time, it didn't seem like there was no way they were going backwards. Well, this summer, some of the big box stores like Target, I wouldn't call Aldi a big box store, but you can definitely find some good deals at Aldi. I remember going to Aldi quite a bit. Now, there's not one real close to me now. Actually, there's one that just opened up not too far away, so I stand corrected there on that. But I used to go to Aldi all the time, man, and find good deals. And whatever I couldn't find there, then I would go to Kroger or Publix, wherever. So consumers, we are being more cognizant of this stuff. So Target, Aldi, and Walmart are kind of the big three leading the charge of rolling back prices. Now, how permanent is it going to be? I don't know. But these big retail stores have gotten pretty greedy, and I say that maybe it's stereotyping a little bit, but there is some of that going on because they could continue to increase prices, and it's almost like they continue to increase prices until we cry uncle. And then when we do, we start not buying as much. So Target's earnings not too long ago were way down because people weren't going into Target going to buy milk and bread. They were going they went to buy milk and bread and cereal or whatever, and then they go get bedding or they go get towels or whatever. And the data is showing that people aren't doing that anymore. They're like, look, I don't need that stuff, and I can't really afford to spend an extra $150 on stuff that I don't need because everything else continues to go up. So we'll see. We'll see if this sticks around. But Target is cutting back prices on close to 5,000 different items, and they haven't really released specifically which ones they're going to be. I've noticed it a little bit. I usually go to Target every Monday morning for things here at the office, and I do see it. It's maybe 20 cents here or 40 cents here, but when an item is around, $4 or $5 and it's 20, 30 cents, 40 cents, that's a 5% cut. So it's a little bit, but people are being more and more cognizant of what they're actually spending. Can they find online coupons? Can they find the deals? So people are back to doing that again. For a while, it's like, just go out and buy it, but now it's getting kind of out of control. So, the highest inflation rate was in 2022. It was around almost 10%, and this year we're back to about 3.4%. So in general for 2024. Now we still have half a year to go, so we'll see where that goes to. So it's calmed down, but when you stack up inflation in starting in 2020, then 21, and then 22, and then 23, and then 24, 3.4% on top of everything else, it's really, really starting to add up. So, and it's amazing. I work with you guys, and you guys make good income, and then some of you are like, I don't have anything left over, and that's the case across the board. So, hopefully, this stuff starts dialing it back a little bit. I'm not saying we need deflation because that could be a bad thing, but if prices do start rolling back on some of these items, then we can find those deals and it not hit our wallet as much. So hopefully consumers are out there, or excuse me, retail shops are listening to consumers. Hope it's around to stay. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Maybe by Christmas time they'll start offering up good deals again, or people just aren't going to be buying as much. And if we don't buy as much, they don't make as much money. So we'll see if they continue to listen to us. That's what a market economy is. It's not perfect economic system, but it's pretty much better than all the rest of them out there. So anyway. Happy shopping this weekend. Watch your wallets. Just may have to budget a little bit more. And that may be next week's topic about budgeting on what to do there. There's 10 million different apps. There's spreadsheets all over the place, but you want to keep that budgeting part simple. Sometimes the more complex you get is not necessarily better. So we may talk about that because I have had clients ask about that. So anyway, have a great weekend. Looks like we're starting off to the summer, and everybody be good. We'll be around. I got a softball trip next week. We're going to Florida, but I'll be in, I think, 3 days in the office next week, always with my email. So please feel free to reach out. So everybody have a good weekend. See you next week.